Oh baby, this is what I've been waiting for. After finally getting his chance in the starting lineup, supplanting Nate Davis on Sunday, Matt Pryor not only upgraded our offensive line, but might have actually even looked like the best player on the O-line, at least for one game on Sunday. Now let's not overreact. Matt Pryor has been a career backup who's been in the NFL for 7 years, but has started 25 games. But let me also be clear here. Other than maybe 2 reps against the Colts, Matt Pryor played really well on Sunday. His hand usage and technique looked really good. He was solid in pass protection and in the run game. He handled stunts well and put multiple Colts defenders into the turf. But let's go ahead and head over to the film room so I can show you what I'm talking about. All right, let's watch Matt Pryor on this first play. I have him highlighted on the screen. He's going to grab his guy, throw him to the turf. This one is just absolutely sick. He grabs him, throws him to the turf. That's a pancake. We'll go ahead and watch it in slow motion, but I showed a rep just like this in preseason where Matt Pryor did the exact same thing. And then here he is early in the game putting it to use against the Colts. And then here he is again later in the game with a very similar rep. He just doesn't get the guy to the ground on this one. Same thing though here. He uses leverage well. He has a solid anchor. And he uses guys' momentum against him and gets them to drop down. And a lot of times he can drive them all the way to the turf here. But either way, he neutralizes this guy as a pass rusher. Just another really good rep for Matt Pryor. He's already a big guy who profiles as a mauler in the run game, but I thought his pass protection was really good in this game. He has solid technique, and he uses his hands really well, constantly hand fighting, continuing to battle. He's a guy who doesn't give up, keeps moving his feet, keeps fighting, and keeps Caleb Williams safe for the most part in the pocket. Let's watch this rep here. This is one of my favorite plays from Matt Pryor. You can almost consider this a double pancake. Watch when the play starts. Whoa, go back here. Darnell Wright is going to go dip behind him. So Darnell Wright's not blocking this guy. It's Matt Pryor blocking him with one arm. And watch, boom! Shoves him to the turf with one arm. Bam! That's how the play starts. And then he gets to the second level, finds a linebacker up here, and throws this guy to the turf. Let's go ahead and watch this once. Boom! Boom! Awesome rep from Matt Pryor. But then what has been our offensive line's biggest weakness so far this year? Recognizing stunts and blitzes. Let's watch this play. Look at what the Colts try to do here. This has both of those on one play. If you watch when it starts here, they got a late blitzer. He looks like he's coming right at Matt Pryor. But the Colts are going to run a stunt here. This guy's going to actually go this way. Watch Matt Pryor recognize it. Immediately grab this guy. Pass the other one off to Darnell Wright. This is how you handle a stunt. Boop, boop, and boop. Great job. But I have 2 more examples here because Matt Pryor handled stunts well the entire game. Let's watch this one. It's a stunt with Coleman Shelton. Look at the movement on the Colts defensive line here. This is actually a wild stunt by the Colts. This defensive tackle is going to fake this way and then come all the way back over here. Meanwhile, this guy's going to fake here and then stunt around. Watch this. Fake, stunt. But watch Matt Pryor. Look at his patience here. Matt Pryor sees it. He's like, oh, that guy's stunting. Let me pass him off to Coleman Shelton. Let me take the other guy who's trying to come around. This is how you handle a stunt. Just to perfection. Great job by Matt Pryor again. Final example, this one is going to be on the outside with Darnell Wright. Boom, passes him off and switches. Just beautiful job on a stunt. He recognizes the stunt, passes his guy off, and shoves him. Not only does he pass his guy off to Darnell Wright, but he's like, look, Darnell, I'm going to pick up your guy. Let me shove this guy for you, and then I'll pick up the stunner. Boom. Perfect execution. I thought Matt Pryor did an awesome job on stunts and recognizing late blitzes. There were really only about 2 reps of the entire game where Matt Pryor did not look great. This was one of them. He gives up the sack, gets beat to the inside. It looks like he's almost anticipating a stunt again. Watch as he's going to shove his guy this way, and then it's like he's waiting to pick up this guy. Watch. But instead of stunning, he shoves him this way and kind of opens the door for him to get through here. Shoves him and then helps him get around the corner. Just a mistake by Matt Pryor. This was his one really bad rep of the game. And I saw people calling him out for this and saying he was worse than Nate Davis. But I thought Pryor played really well other than maybe 2 reps the entire game. And then I got one more play I want to show you guys here. This is Nate Davis. Remember Braxton Jones had to leave the game for a couple of reps? Look at Nate Davis's first rep in the game. He is falling onto the ground. What are you doing here, Nate? What are you doing? Watch it from this angle here. Nate lets that guy go, and then he gets caught up, trips himself up, and tumbles to the ground. Way to enter the game, Nate Davis. Didn't surprise me at all, to be honest. Look, I don't want to overreact. I'm not saying let's re-sign Matt Pryor to a long-term deal or that he's a Pro Bowl player or anything. The Colts' interior of their defensive line was nowhere near as talented as what we faced against the Titans 2 weeks earlier. And they didn't have anywhere near the talent on the D-line that the Texans did either. They were also without DeForest Buckner in this one, and I always appreciate context. So I don't want to overreact to Matt Pryor's performance, but I also thought he had a really solid game. He handled stunts well. He identified late blitzers. He fought all game long, and he performed well in pass protection and had some good run blocks as well. Comparing Matt Pryor to Nate Davis from weeks 1 to 2 though, and that is where you find the biggest difference. Nate has just struggled mightily, and he's not looked like the same player I saw on film in Tennessee. He's been a liability at times, and he's struggled badly against stunts and late blitzers. Matt Pryor looked like an instant upgrade. If he can continue playing this well going forward, he should be our starting right guard, and Nate Davis should be benched immediately. But Matt Pryor even took a few snaps at left tackle and handled himself pretty well. I think he deserves some props for this performance, but let's not overrate him yet. I think he has earned a starting job, at least until Ryan Bates gets back, but let's see how he does over the next few weeks. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned, I have more on the way. And until next time, bear down.